I'd like to welcome you to my hobby room, which I only just have put together since March of this year. And my channel will be about the toys that I grew up with as a boy in the 60s. Some of the toys I had and still have. Here's some of my early corgis, which I've had since childhood. And these were all played with, rolling around the carpet or whatever. Still got this present from my grandmother many years later. I always looked after my toy cars and put them away after use. So I'm at a stage now where, as you'll see in the hobby room, and we'll look at these at another time. I have a lot of die casts. Most of these ones here are reproductions, the Atlas Dinkies, the Corgi Model Club cars. But some years ago, and I am a lifelong collector. I've been collecting models since I was 7 or 8. It all started, funny enough, with this little fella here, the little James Bond car. That was a bit of a game changer for me. Before that, I'd always wrecked them and pulled the cars to bits. But it was a beautiful toy in its day, and this is still my little original one. Well play worn, well battered, in a very tatty box. God knows how many thousand times that it was put in and out of that box in its lifetime. But about 30 years ago, I thought to myself, I'd like to have a train set. I did have a simple train set for a while as a child, but it got damaged. The council house I was growing up in at the time had a burst pipe and it got ruined, and so that went to the wall. So about 30 years ago, I thought I'd like a train set, and the first thing I did was run to Hatton's and bought some track. Didn't have a train, but bought some track. Anyway, bought the track and didn't have any trains, and it went in the loft. Moving forward, some years, over the last 25 years, I've slowly built up a collection of trains. And as I say, in 2012, I did put some videos on YouTube, very simple. I didn't know anything about video editing or anything. I had no clue, and I still don't. So watch this space to see if I learn anything. So the thing was, I've had all these trains for quite some years, a lot of them over 20 years, and they've spent all their time in boxes in the loft. I retired earlier in this year, and I decided now was the time, if ever, to start to put the train set together. And so this room, which in future videos we'll take a closer look at, I'll explore how I went about making this room. This is a garage in my partner's house, and she very kindly said to me I could have this space and do what I wanted with it. I don't know if she quite knew what was coming down the track, so to speak. There's a cliche. So anyway, that's a brief history of why I'm here. So it's about the celebration of these wonderful toys that I grew up with and either had or wanted or have still got. Look at that lovely dinky horse box. That's I'm surprised there's any treads on these tyres. In the house I grew up in, I think it was rolled around every room. And I've got a train running here, which a little bit later in the video, I'll show you some of the problems I'm having with this train. It's got this new Hornby HM7000, that's it. Get it right, Roy. HM7000 decoder in, and I must confess I'm having some problems, but I think it's because of I'm only on a temporary track. The track you see here is just a temporary track. It's all got to be taken up. Cork underlay, which I've got here, has all got to be laid all over the table under the track, and there's got to be bus wires applied, and I thought, and as a complete novice, because I don't know anything about trains at all, let me be clear about that. I learned from, see this chap on the telly behind me, that's Richard at New Junction. Now, I have to tell you, I don't watch terrestrial television anymore. I spend most of my time watching YouTube videos, watching Richard, and there's quite a few others. Who else do I watch? I've got some notes here. I watch Charlie Bishop. Now, Charlie Bishop at Chadwick Model Railway, he's probably the king of showing you how to do things. He's won many awards, and I'm not surprised why he has won the awards. I also watch Richard at Everard Junction, and Sam's Trains. In fact, I was watching Sam's Trains this morning, and he takes a more journalistic view to the hobby. With some of the other guys, they're constantly showing you how to do things. Like look, here's Richard now. He's showing you, he's doing something on his station there. He really is great, Richard. We love Richard. We love watching Richard. Sam takes a different approach. He's almost journalistic in his approach. And I was watching a compilation of his old videos this morning where he was with his girlfriend, and they were looking back, and it was quite fun to watch. There's also who else do I watch? I watch Simon George at Heaton Lodge. Wow, that's some railway. And another thing is, a few times I've been to Chester Cathedral and seen Pete Waterman's making tracks. Now, if you've not been to it, Pete Waterman, what a wonderful ambassador he is for the hobby of model rails, because he puts on this huge railway in Chester Cathedral, and he is going to other locations around the country. I believe he's at, I know he's going up to Scotland, and he's at Bridgemere. That's like an antiques place, Bridgemere, I think. So I've been there before. He's going to Bridgemere at Christmas, and I think he's got somewhere else in Wales. I'm not sure if it's Aberystwyth or somewhere. But look out for Pete Waterman's Railway, because it's really spectacular. There's also Jennifer Kirk is very good. She's very good at showing you the things to do. Now, the other thing is, a lot of these YouTubers, they do really slick videos. I guess they use great cameras. I'll be using this one, which is my little Panasonic Lumix. It's a camera I've had for quite some years. I believe now it's about £400, but it's a modest camera, and the video being recorded now is being recorded on a Samsung A55, £250 phone. So I haven't got any fancy kit, and as I say, I don't know about editing. What I'm going to do in this first video, though, what you see now, there's a little train going round. That's on an analog, like the old-fashioned controller. This one here. Don't know if you can see that very well. And that's just power applied to the track, like a volume control. The more power, the faster the train goes. And also, these videos are for mums and dads and children who don't know about trains, because you can see when you watch me perhaps how not to do it. Anyway, the thing is, I've got a train on the track there. It's a Hanson diesel. I think it's a class 69. Like I say, I don't know about trains, but it's very nice. And it's got an HM7000, fitted with sound. So, and it's just closing down because I haven't touched it for a while. Let's see if I can flash it up again. And I don't know if you can hear it okay. Let's see. Isn't that typical? There you go. Let me just put the mic closer to it so you can hear the sounds. There you go. And it's got some... That's quite fancy, isn't it? And some of the engine noises are quite good. Listen to this. Apparently this is a diesel nut job. Oh, good fun. And we'll notch it down again. Now the other thing, and I will show you this later in the video, is I'm having problems keeping them running. So let's see if I can get it running around the track now. Here's the sound. You probably can't see it at all from where the, oh, and there you go, stop. And that's the problem I'm having with this. And I'll discuss that more with you later. So anyway, without further ado, as they say in the profession, I'll edit this video now, and I'll just show you quickly the little experience I'm having with this digital system, because it hasn't gone as smooth as I would have liked it. But I am new to model railways. I am new to digital model railways, certainly. And so let's take a look at what was happening when I tried to operate. Oh, Richard's come on.
I was amazed to think you could get.
Goodness, be honest, it's pretty slick, this video. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop now, and I'll show you the other little bits. Hopefully, as time goes on, I'll get a bit better at this video keeper. It's all a learning curve. So anyway, I hope you enjoy what's to follow in a few minutes, and I hope that in the future videos, I can offer some sort of enjoyment and entertainment to anybody who's interested in toys and model railways. Not in a tutorial sense, just to share the beauty of these classic toys. So let's look at the HM7000. Now, as promised earlier in the video, I want to show you some of the problems I've been experiencing with these two HM7000 decoders, which are in these two locomotives here, just to show that we have got, see, nice power, lights up red. I turn the little test around and you see it lights up green. Hopefully you'll see that clearly on the camera. So on the tablet here, I can see that there's one device connected. Now there's two decoders here. One is connected, and it seems to be it's the Falcon A4. Now, whilst it says it's connected, it doesn't respond to any of the functions on the tablet. So I'll go to the Hansen, the class 59. I think it's a 59. I could be wrong, but if I go to the Hansen, what I find is I have to do, and I'll just put the tablet down a sec. I'll lift it off the track, and I'll keep it off for a few seconds, and I'll lower it back onto the track, and I have to put my magnifying glasses on to make sure that all the wheels are on. Yeah, they are. Let's see what happens now. No, it's still not showing. So then the next thing I try to do, I'll take this train off. So the Falcon, the A4 is coming off. Let's resume the layout and see what happens now. So the Bluetooth little circle is going right, and there you go. Now let's just slow that. Just stop that. Let's bring it back in the other way. Now, do you see the way it stops? Right, I've stopped it now. But you saw what was happening there. The train moves a little bit and stops. It keeps losing the Bluetooth, and I don't understand why it keeps losing the Bluetooth. As you can see, the tablet is very close to the train, and yet it's losing. There we go, it's found the Bluetooth again. Now I don't know if my mobile phone, the Bluetooth speakers, the TV, I don't know if something is disrupting the signal with the Bluetooth. Let's just try it. So functions are working on it now. And a diesel notch up, diesel notch down. So we've got connection, and what I'm going to try and do now, and it'll go out of shot on the camera because I don't have a gimbal on the camera. It'll be wobbling all over the place if I try and follow it with the camera. I'll try and send it round the track now, and hopefully the camera will pick up the sound, and we'll see what happens. But I suspect it'll go part way round the track and then stop. So I'll just give it some speed. Let's see what happens. Give it a toot, and it stopped. It hasn't even managed to move. Again, it's lost the Bluetooth. So hopefully I'll find out what the problem is with this, and somebody will help me. I think I'm probably going to need advice on. Oh, there you go. It's the Bluetooth is showing up again that it's gone off again. So it's a mystery to me. Really speaking, it would be nice if these things were just plug and play and they worked first time. But obviously there's a learning curve to this. Oh, there you go. Let's just watch it a moment, see does it come back into life. That Bluetooth is still trying to connect. Maybe if I stop the layout again. It's still buffing, still trying to find the decoder. And of course this still doesn't answer the question as to why with the A4 here, it doesn't answer the question as to why that shows on the Bluetooth, but it just doesn't respond to any instruction from the tablet. So there's the mystery that I've got. I think I may have mentioned before, well in fact I'm certain I did, that this is a temporary track. I just wanted to lay the track in an approximate way to the way it'll be laid eventually. But I would really like to know that these decoders are working properly before I start laying down the cork and fixing the track firmly and everything, you know. If anyone knows it, if anyone has any advice for me on how to solve this problem, let's just do one more test before I stop the video, and that is I'll lift the train off the track again. Okay, wait just a few seconds and then lower it back on. See, does that help? And there you go. So, and it's going to start moving. Now we'll see how far it gets. Hopefully the camera will pick up the sound as it goes around the track. I'll give it a bit more speed. Right, it's about a quarter way around the track now, and it stopped. So it didn't even get a third of the way around the track, and it's lost the Bluetooth again. I'll stop the layout, and I think I better cut the video off because it'll just be too boring while I'm trying to get it to work again. But there's the problem I'm experiencing, and I'll speak about a bit more about this in a moment. Okay, let's try and see if we can get this train to go round again. No, didn't go very far that time. So I think there's nothing else to put on the video today. One of the things I tried to do was look at, on the tablet, when I'm on the HM7000 app, I tried to look at what the Bluetooth was saying in the settings to see if the train actually could be seen in the list of things linked to the tablet. And what happens is when I go to the settings on the tablet, the DCC connection, the Bluetooth connection, just switches off. But I can't see anything to identify that the train actually shows up in Bluetooth, but it does on the app itself. It clearly says it's on Bluetooth. So I think that's it for this little section of video, because there's nowhere to go with this. I'm going to have to try and find out what's going wrong. Just again, I can't impress enough that I do have full power to the track, even though there's no bus wires and anything. It's only connected with the fish plate joiners. So anyway, we just have to see where this goes. There's nothing else I can say about it at this point. Disappointing as it is, but I am convinced we'll sort the problem and get it fixed in the end. So there we have it. That's the end of my first video. Hopefully by the time this has all gone through the laptop, all edited, it'll be reasonably entertaining. Here you see Charlie Bishop there. I'm using him as a guide on how to do the wiring on this train layout when I eventually get to do it. It's been interesting to make this first video, and goodness knows what it'll look like when I actually present it to YouTube, but it's been fun. Good news, I will be going to the National Festival of Model Railways at Birmingham next month, so I'm looking forward to that. Never been to one of these shows before, so that should be fun, and hopefully I'll see some of my YouTube companions. One of the things about the model railways that I really love, and I watch woodwork videos and craft videos, all sorts of different things on YouTube, but there does seem to be something of a community with the railway. I mean, there's one guy I watch it, and he's in his shed, and he's very entertaining. And these guys all seem to know each other, so it all seems like great fun. Anyway, I'll call it a day now, wrap this one up, and hopefully in time I'll put another video out, and we see where it goes, and I hope everybody enjoys them. So it's been really good fun actually trying to create this video, and it's important, it's very important to have some laughs along the way, and hopefully we'll do that too. So bye for now, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.